Alright, what did Deadbeat want to talk about? While I get my game set up.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Brr.
so
Hello!
I was gonna tell Blue this earlier, or I hinted at something earlier. I had the craziest experience at work a couple days ago. Would you like to hear about it?
Well, it's on the stream, so that's up to you, not me. I
Oh,
don't care.
I'm down with it being on the stream, but I will
Sick.
warn you, it's weird and crazy.
So is everything else I do. Go for it.
Okay, so
There you are.
give some context. I work management in a grocery store. So that's already crazy in and of itself. But
Customer service.
on Saturday, we had a crazy lady come in. First, she went to my buddy and coworker in a different department. For his convenience, I'll give him a different name. Call him Gage. Gage was sitting in his car on his break, and this woman walks up to him and goes, "Hey, excuse me, do you have a cigarette I could buy off of you?" He goes, "No." "Do you have any weed I could buy off of you?" "No." "Do you have any methamphetamine I could buy off of you?" "No." "Do you have any Percocet I could buy off of you?"
If I didn't have anything else, what makes you think I have this?
Right. He says, "No, I don't do any of that stuff. The craziest thing I do is drink tequila every now and then." She's like, "Oh, okay. I just want you to know. With the power of Jesus, you could do anything. I fought 6 devils today and won. And it was because I had the power of Jesus on my side." And she stared dead into his eyes, not blinking while saying this. Like she's trying to get him this message. And he's like, "Okay."
Something tells me
Yeah.
you're going to be fighting a
Also,
few more.
right? And then she says, "Also, a guy just ran me over in his truck while I was shoving my blue cart. And he tried to do a hit and run, but he parked his car and then walked out and started laughing at me. So I used my karate moves and grabbed his cock, twisted it off with my karate moves, and now his wife or girlfriend will never love him because he will never be able to satisfy them again." He goes, "Oh, okay." He's like, "All right, bye." Walks off a little bit, sees a beat up car, starts yelling the license plate and saying that she's gonna get them arrested for being a murderer, how he or she have this kind of vehicle in this condition, etc., etc.
Well, I'm calling the police.
She comes in the store next,
Oh no. It keeps
and
going.
oh no, buckle up.
Oh no.
She comes into the store next, walks right up to customer service. I'm working this day, so the only part I didn't see was from my friend over there, and now she's exclusively like, I get to see everything that happens with this lady. She walks up to customer service, to my boss and my other boss, and she's like, "Hey, excuse me, can you call the police for me?" They're like, "Okay, why? What happened?" "Well, I was out in the parking lot and I witnessed a woman getting run over by a truck. And the guy stepped out of his car and laughed, and she did some like karate moves and kicked him in the balls. And he got sad and drove off." And so they said, "No, since you were a witness to this, you should be the one to call the police and get that information to them." She's like, "Oh, that woman was me. I got hit by the truck and kicked the guy in the nuts after I used my karate moves." Like, "Okay, we can look at the footage, but since it happened to you, you should call the police." She says, "No, I'm okay. I'm gonna do some shopping and leave." They were like, "Okay." They went upstairs, look at the footage with like the HR person of the store. This never happened. She never got run over in our parking lot. She's making all this up. So, we shrug it off, act like it's nothing, move on with our day. An hour passes. She comes back in the store. Walks up to customer service again. This time, me and my boss see this lady walk back in. We're like, oh no, she's back. And we know she's full of crap now. So we stand like at the registers across from customer service and watch this happen. She walks up to customer service and is like, hey, could you help me with something? And he's like, yeah, what's up? What can I do for you? She goes, I want to make a return. Starts explaining what she wants to do, a return. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Thunder, but it gets worse.
It gets worse?
Oh no, this is my favorite, craziest customer I've ever seen. But yeah, she explains her problem, sees us standing there, it's like, don't worry, I got ice on my leg, it's all good now. We're like, okay. She turns back. So is this something that you could do for me? He's like, I'm sorry, that's not really something we can help you with. You? Excuse me, did you say you? Are you calling me Mr. Johannesson? No. Are you calling me a man? No. A random woman's walking by? Did you hear that? This person just called me a man.
Watch out for the karate moves.
No. And she goes, no, I heard everything. That never happened. She goes, well, how about you just mind your own business? Maybe you would be better off if you just mind your own business, stay out of other people's problems. You have a happier life that way. Storms off because we can't help her. The lady that walked up turns to us and says, yeah, so she's notably bipolar. She used to live at the apartment complex I worked for, and she drove her car through our front doors. We're like, oh, okay. That's comforting. And then, lady walks off. We don't think anything else is going to happen. 3 hours later, this lady walks back in the door. I'm covering guys break at self-checkout. And
right.
She walks up to me and goes, excuse me, why don't you have lights in your parking lot? For context, I found out later on after everything went on and she was dealt with. My city is a very much lights-free, as much as possible area to, prevent air pollution kind of stuff, which is cool. But I didn't know that. And so what I told her was, well, the place wasn't built with them. Why not? Because it just wasn't. I don't know. She's like, well, that's stupid. I'm going to grab a stick and a lighter, light the stick on fire, trip over it, and call the police. It's going to be your fault. I said, okay. And she walked off to the deli department. Next time I see her, she's like going to the Starbucks, eating chicken without paying for it. Like, asking, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this? To the lady at Starbucks. Goes to the coolers across the way and says like, oh, this is nice little cut fruit. And she starts trying to leave the store. I'm like, excuse me, you didn't pay for that. He's like, yeah, no, it's okay. I did pay for it. No, you didn't. You don't pay at deli department. You pay here. Well, I gave her my $20. And she runs off to deli. At this point, I called my other boss that was here for the first time she was here. I'm like, hey, that lady's back. You may need to come back down here. A few moments later, we get a call on the radio. We get a call on the radio. Hey, Tyler, can you come to the deli department?
No.
Me and my boss are on our way. What we get told in the meantime is that she's talking to the deli manager and 2 produce people. And she's just saying utter nonsense like she was earlier. And right as we're walking up, or right before, she says, look, it's David Hasselhoff! I got his autograph, he's right over there! They don't turn around and look. And she starts to turn around to run off. And she sees me and my boss there. And in the meantime, she had grabbed like one of those bags of chocolate donuts or something. And she throws it to the ground. And goes, "How dare you! How dare you sneak up on me and assault me like this?" And my boss is like, "Listen, you're done. You gotta go pay for this chicken now. Let's go." And she's like, all right, let's go. And does like a really stupid, like crazy person march as if she's trying to run out of the store. My boss beats her to the door. So she runs to her register, slams her like eating chicken. It flies everywhere on this register. She's like, "Fine, make me pay. Make me have it pay. Make me pay for it." And all while, you know, punching my boss in her boob, essentially. "Make me pay for it!" Punching her right in the chest. And my boss goes, "No, you're done. Leave." "No, go pay for it." "No, leave. You're done. Don't come back. Ever." Fine. I have the $20 right here. And I can see her, like, opening her backpack. She's grabbing at nothing. She never had the $20. And she's like, "I have the $20 right here, but I'm not going to show you. I'm going to show the police. I'm not going to show you. I'm going to show the police after I call them and report you for assaulting me." We're like, "We didn't assault you. We didn't assault you. Please leave." She starts leaving the store, goes into the lobby, is like, "These people assaulted me. These people assaulted me." "No, we didn't." "Yes, you did." She storms back. "Yes, you did. You assaulted me. How dare you? How dare you assault me?" She turns to me, points. "You cost me a chicken dinner special." We're like, "You're done. Leave." Everyone's watching this happen at this point. It's like, fine, I'm leaving, but I'm not going to show you the money." Goes into the lobby and, "These people assaulted me." Like, "If you come back, we're calling the police. Leave now." She actually leaves. That was the funniest customer interaction.
Thank gosh, I thought it was going to be like 2 hours later. No!
No. That's where it actually ended, but now she's like on our, if she ever walks back in the store, she's going to jail for trespassing.
That had mad, like, if you've ever seen like the Mark Zuckerberg Game Grumps story, that had bad energy.
It really
An hour passes. Man, this is freaking weird. This is weird. Winklevoss twins actually got screwed about Facebook. Winklevoss twins can't believe. You can't remember the guy who made Facebook. Who's the guy who made Facebook? You asked me this chicken dinner. You assaulted me. They assaulted me in this room. Like, well, I had the money. Well, I can show you the money. I want to leave. You'll never come back. I'll just call the police. Mark Zuckerberg. What was this?
Legit, the last 3 days, the people that were there, me included, I've like told this story like 5 times now, maybe even 7. I don't know.
Thunder, where are you living? You had someone talking about a firearm like this. Where you live, Ohio? What the heck?
But yeah, my favorite parts were I used my karate moves and ripped off his cock, and now he'll never be able to pleasure his wife. How dare you? And you cost me a chicken dinner special.
You cost me a chicken dinner special. Look, I just got Demon Hasselhoff's autograph.
I called my wife when I'm like, "Hey, what do you want me to grab?" And
you cost me a chicken dinner special.
I don't know. Just try to avoid people with karate moves.
Watch out for the karate moves.
Oh man,
the punch in the boob was a classic.
Oh no, it was legit. Like, she took 2 fingers and full force. Like, if it was any harder, it would have gone like into her chest, like Shidori
Mortal
from
Kombat
Naruto.
finishing move.
No, like Shidori from Naruto. But yeah, that's that's just one of the crazy customers I've had, but that's definitely the funniest I've ever had.
Freshman's dying. What the heck was this? I'd never want to work in customer service, man.
No, the funny thing is, there's one thing I've noticed that is always a common factor whenever we get a crazy person like this. They always
Drugs?
mention Jesus. Without fail.
Those are the ones
They're
the most repressed. Those are the ones that need the drugs.
Yeah, like there was a guy that was like, I'm smarter than Einstein, and was like snapping and doing like what he thought was complicated math. The only thing complicated is he's talking so fast, you can barely understand this guy. But he's like, Jesus fasted for 40 days. I have been by myself for about 5 years now. I have done more than Jesus did. I am more powerful. Like,
I love that you could. I can practically hear the like slow slur that they're definitely putting through, because they're absolutely like half asleep. They're drugged out of their mind and half asleep, and I can hear it.
oh,
It's great.
I would not doubt it. I mean, it also doesn't help if they're like homeless. Not that I'm saying they are, but you know, it's drugs, man. Don't do them.
But you wouldn't be surprised if they had no idea where they lived. Not so much that they're
Oh,
homeless, but they might not remember where they live.
No, I know. Jesus never came, so I don't.
Jesus has not had their second coming, so neither will I.
I mean, you think about it, he never even had his first coming.
I can't breathe.
Oh, but no. Yeah, it's not until you're like in management that you.
I
deal
am
with
dead.
a lot of crazy people.
Not a big surprise.
I mean,
Oh,
I
that
had
was
someone
silly.
I had someone get mad that they bought flowers from the floral department that were cut because, you know, they have to prepare them, and he wanted a refund for the last month because his flowers died. He bought them the day after Valentine's Day. They should have lived, blah, blah, blah. We've told him like 5 or 6 times, no. And he walked up to a different guy, is like, yeah, I just want you to know you were very rude. We're like, we weren't rude. We just told you that we had already told you multiple times we're not doing this. No, you were just factually wrong. No, we all recognize you. He didn't mention Jesus though, so he's not totally insane.
Yeah.
Yet. Maybe we'll get there. Oh. But no. Without fail, any crazy and I asked my friend, the same one that was involved in the story, about it as well. And he said, you know, I just think it's because, like, they get pity points or they think it'll be okay because they mentioned Jesus. And that automatically gives them a freebie or whatever. I'm like, nah, they're just crazy. That being said, if you do worship, it doesn't mean you're crazy. I'm just saying this lady was crazy. They got
the Jesus pass.
I read that, I was like, you got the Fortnite pass?
I got the fast pass from the church. I'm speed running my way to heaven, boys.
Do you got the Jesus coming pass? But yeah, no, I don't remember any other crazy people I've had over the last month, but I will never forget this lady. Mostly because I'm also required to remember her, so I can send her to jail next time she comes in.
Watch out for the karate moves.
Right? I better have a cup on that day. Given context, I should also tell what her outfit was, because it was also very unique. She was rocking like a green fisherman's hat, a pair of swimsuits over some leggings, a long green jacket, blonde hair, and crazy eyes.
Crazy eyes.
And before anyone says anything, yes, crazy eyes count as part of an outfit because they tell you to wear a smile at work, so...
It's like mascara or eyeshadow.